lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie and I post a lot of beauty related content here on my channel. If those are the kind of videos you like, then please subscribe down below, hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload. Today's video is one of my favourites to film, I would say, because I'm finally getting around to filming my May monthly buys. I usually have this up already at the end of May and I filmed it like a week before, but I keep saying this, work was hectic last week, so yeah, I haven't had a chance to get this up. This might even come on the second week of June, we'll see. But yeah, my makeup is the new range from XX, like the tinted moisturizer and everything like that. So if you want to know what's on my face, go and check that video out. But we're going to get into it. I have two boxes that are both like this size, kind of full of makeup this month. I would say I'm proud, but that doesn't include Revolution and it doesn't include Colourpop, which I've got 3 orders on the way and I've already got 1 order of Colourpop here. So yeah, that's going to be separate. But let's just get into this. I'm just going to dive at the front. At the beginning of the month, I did do like a whole Superdrug like shop, and I got a whole load of new stuff that was in Superdrugs, and whatever I couldn't find I bought online. So like Barry M came out with 2 new palettes, and you can actually get these in Superdrugs now. You've got the Nude and Neutral Subtle palette, and I love this because it's like cardboard, and they said they're not putting a mirror in because it's just more environmentally friendly, which, do you know what? I love this type of packaging. I'm not too mad that there isn't like a mirror. I can find a mirror in something else. I would have preferred one, but hey ho. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. But you know me if you're watching this channel, and you know for a fact that the rich is definitely more me. Like, just look at that. This is definitely a me palette. It's especially that it's darker tones with like a pinkier, berryer undertone. I love this. I cannot wait to play with these. These look like a Huda dupe. We all can see that. I don't feel like I need to go into more detail about that, but and I don't actually have those palettes from Huda, and I really do want the darker two. Even the new tortoise ones that have come out, I want like the darker two. But yeah, I will get those in the future when there's a decent discount. My good friend Luce, who you will know from Luce Stevenson here on YouTube, she went into Primark and she saw these and she said next time she'll go in, she'll pick them up for me, and she did. These are the new like highlighting palettes. They're £7 each. I know I'm like, oh yeah, grab it, because I assume things will be cheaper in Primark. They really aren't anymore. So this is the Rose Luxe palette. This is what it looks like. I haven't even taken the packaging off this. Then we've got the Gold Luxe palette. Again, haven't taken the packaging off of this one. I really love this one. The gold one is my favourite, and if I could have gone back, I wouldn't have bought all 3 of them. And then we've got the Bronze Luxe palette, which just looks like this. Again, £7. I did not need all 3 of them, and I'm trying to be a bit more in the month of June better with buying makeup, because half of this stuff in these boxes I haven't used. Most of my Rev stuff I haven't used, so the month of June is me using up all this new stuff that I've bought and hopefully reviewing it all for you. I did get one of those NYX Shine Loud lipsticks. This is in the shade Gold Getter. They don't work that. I tried it, and if you put too much on, it crumbles in the center, and then that does transfer when you kiss. But the shade is really nice. Like, that is a really me shade. It's very shiny, and once that dries after a minute, you put the glossy side on, and do you know what? It looks really plump. They're like quite expensive though. I feel like they're 11 or 14 pounds, so you don't really need them. Who remembers in school those little pens where you could like pull off the end and like pull it on the top? Well, Barry M have come out with these lip and cheek tints. So you've got the shade Dare Me, you've got the shade Sweet Darling, and you've got the shade Honey. Now I feel like there's a few shades in each of these pens that I'll love, so I'll probably end up putting them together, and the shades that I'm not using that often will probably end up on their own, but I feel like the ones that I'm not going to use that often will probably work better as a cheek colour for me. So I've got a whole Barry M video coming soon, because there's a lot of Barry M stuff in this haul that I need to try. I'll just show you the pigmentation. They're very creamy as well. So yeah, I can't wait to use these and see how they work. The thing from Barry M that I'm really excited for is this Glow Beam palette. Look at that. They finally have a highlighter palette, because they have like 2 highlighters. I own both of them and they're not very universal, so I can't wait, look at that, to do this Barry M video. Wow. I have a Lottie London video coming as well, so I'm planning a lot of videos at the moment. Morphe are doing a 30% sale towards the end of May. The code was gimme30. You can try it if it'll work in June. But I did, however, buy a few brushes, and with Morphe you have to spend over 20 quid to get free delivery, and it was basically next day delivery when it dispatched. They used Hermes, which, you know, I can't stand, but you know, it came next day, which I was really happy. And I got 2 of the JH06 brushes from Jaclyn Hill. These are my everything brushes. I got these because of Alex Kate. I will link her down below again. She's always using this brush for blush, so like it just fits so nicely as a blush brush, so I cannot wait to use it. It is the softest brush I have ever used. I've never used like proper face Morphe brushes that I can remember. I have a couple of eye brushes, but they're not the right shape. But then I finally got my hands on the M562. I think it's Hannah that I see using this a lot on YouTube and on Instagram. It's so thin and it'll be perfect for blending out like the dark colors that I like putting in the crease, so I cannot wait to use that. And that was originally, this is £8 and originally the Jaclyn brushes were 14, but all of these came to like £22 or something, so very good offer. While we're talking about Morphe, I actually have picked up the 35D Desert Rose palette, Desert Bouquet palette. This is stunning. Like, look at that palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. I got it as soon as it launched and I haven't reviewed it, and I really need to. So if you want me to review this palette, let me know. And I do already know that Alex has reviewed this palette. She's so quick with her uploads, so definitely go and check out her video. But I really do want to use it as long as you guys want me to. That shade has now dried down. Let's put the clear side over the top together. There we go. The top wasn't that dry, but you know, it's meant to look that shiny on your lips, but you know, we'll see. I do know when I did this the last time, that actually took forever to get off my hand, so oops. Now me, Alex, Luce and Bryony have like a selling group, so it's like an auction group. You can auction off stuff. A few things I've bought is because of that group, and I really don't know who I bought what off of. I know that Carly bought me something off of there as well. She bought me this actually. This is the Party Like a Flock Star from Benefit palette. I think it was like £3 she bought it for me. I've been wanting this for some time. So it's got some free face palettes, some lip products and some eyeshadows on the end. I cannot wait to use this. I know it's secondhand, so I am gonna like sterilize it, but this shade here is a definite me shade, and it doesn't look like that shade has been touched. You can kind of see which shade has been, and I love the little fact that it's got this little slip over it. It's so cute. But yeah, California is the blush, which I think I own already, and then it's got Hula Light and Hula right there. I've never used Hula Light, but looking at it, it does look like it'd be too light for me. I know who I got this off of. Megan. If you watch Meg Elizabeth here on YouTube, I will link her down below. I bought like a Lottie London highlight off of her. I think I just paid postage, and she was just like, yeah. And she threw in some extras. She threw in this like Scream Queens highlighter palette from Zoeva. Don't think she's ever touched it. I have. This shade here, oh my god, is the softest thing ever. And it's definitely like a me shade. It's just a light gold shade here, and you know me and gold, we really get on. Another palette I got off the selling group was this one. This is, I can't read that. What is it? Offline. It says Offline. And really this is just to add to my Zoeva collection. And then I think I got this off of Carly. This is the W7 Miracle Matte, because let me just tell you here, the W7 dewy looking one that's like a dupe for the NYX one is crap. It's so oily that it literally moved my Conceal and Define, and that Conceal and Define foundation will last years. So for a primer to do something to that foundation, it's the worst primer I've ever used. And it's just pink. And it's quite nice, you know, like I swatched it on my hand. It's like really nice and shiny and like it sinks into your skin. Smells amazing straight away. It sinks in and I can't wait to use that. I think I also got this from Carly. It's the Nip and Fab Rose Gold Primer. Literally got this because it looks like the Fasali one. It smells weird, like mint or something, but excited to try that. I'm still trying primers out and that video will come soon, I'm telling you. Another thing I got off of the sales group is the NYX Love You So Mochi palette, or Mochi. I feel like it's Mochi because CH makes K sound. But yeah, look at it. It's literally just a glittery palette, but they look so nice. Look at that. You could probably use one of these as a highlight if there was a nice gold in here. Then in TK Maxx, the only makeup item I could find was this Pixie palette. This is the Eye Reflection palette. This I got for $6.99. I just got it because I've never tried Pixie shadows, so I thought that would be great. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this palette. This is the Nudes of New York Maybelline palette. It swatched so well. The mattes were really dry, don't get me wrong, but I cannot wait to use this because there's like 5 shimmers in here, 6 shimmers, and the rest are mattes. And look at some of these mattes, look at that colour there. Like, I'm so excited to use this. It was like 15 quid, but it was on 3 for 2, so I thought might as well grab it. Again from Carly, I got this Beauty Crop Palm Balm, so it's like a cheek tint. The lid's on the floor. This is such a nice baby pink colour. Well, no, it's not baby. Well, yeah, it kind of is. So I'm excited to use that. It's a different texture than I'm used to, so I'm intrigued to see what that texture will come out like on my cheeks. Then we've got the Brow Tamer from Barry M. Again, it's just because I want to do a new full face of Barry M, and this really intrigued me. So it comes like one of their primers. If you've seen their primers, you'll know what I mean, but it has an eyebrow brush in there. So when you open it, it's so weird. It's like a pipette. I don't know, like I don't know how you use this. So you've got the pipette, you've got this. I don't know if you put your brush in there. I don't know if you pour this over your eyebrows and then hit. Like I don't know how I'm going to use this, but I'm very intrigued. This was about £6. I feel like I've got enough brow stuff to last me a lifetime, so I don't need to buy it anymore. But I'm definitely intrigued. The packaging intrigued me the most, so yeah, can't wait to try that out. Then I believe off Rebecca, because she did keep checking in with me to see when it came, I bought these Juvia's Place palettes off of her. These are like the nudes palettes. I'm so glad I got these from her. You've got the actual nudes palette. These are gorgeous. Look at that. And they've still got the plastic on them. Then you got the taupes. Oh, it looks gorgeous. I love Juvia's Place. Like, I just love everything about it. Then you've got the chocolates, which the plastic just threw out. I don't actually think she's touched any of these. I think she's swatched like one shade. So excited to have those. You would have seen that I did a collection video and I tested these collection palettes out. Well, I finally got round to getting the pinks palette. So this is called, I can't open it, the Parisian Pinks. It's very cute, very just shimmery, this palette. But do you know what, with summer, I don't mind using like an all shimmer lid, so I might do like a proper summery look where I just very glowy, because like this makeup is all XX Revolution, and I must admit I'm really impressed. And then the last thing you would have seen in my Primark haul and try on, you would have also seen this in a vlog, is I got the foundation powder that Alex and Jodie rave about. Again, Jodie does have a channel, you know Alex does, so I'm going to link them down below. I love them girls. Oh, I can't open it. Why can't I open it? That is what it looks like. This looked like the closest shade to what I usually buy, which is number 5 nude, but their number 5 in this powder is almond. So I'm excited to try this. it definitely looks like a powder I could get away with. Then I had £10 in points from Beauty Bay, so you know I had to go and buy a new Cinema Secrets. I finished mine. This is the best spot cleaner out there. I've only tried this one, so there could be better ones, and I absolutely love this. It's so good at getting rid of eyeshadow. Okay, it leaves them stained if there was pink or green on them or something, but do you know what, it's easy to just get it off with this. I ran out of my toner, the Clinique one, so I had to buy a backup of that. Well, I say I'm running out, I'm running low, but the reason I bought this is because the cream is literally gone, so I thought, wow, this is nearly gone and it will be gone soon, so I might as well just buy both. My mum went and picked it up for me, but they were like to my mum, oh, well, it comes as a set, buy all three. And my mum was calling me, but I was busy at work, and then when I called her, she was like, they were trying to make me buy like the toner, the cream and the face wash. I was like, Mum, I got 75% of my face wash left, like don't worry. And she was like, oh, okay, no, that's fine, I'm glad I only bought the 2 items. So I was like, I'm running low on money, like please don't let them try, because I knew they were going to do it, so I said please don't make them let you buy 3. But the cream that I bought was the dramatically different cream. I usually use the one where you put like a different insert into it, but I thought let me just try this one, because that different insert can cost like 40 quid. Like the cream's like 22, 24 quid, and then the insert's about 16 quid, so it's nearly costing 40 quid for a bloody moisturizer. So I thought let me just buy a moisturizer that I don't have to put an insert into. And I remember growing up and really loving the cream because it used to come as samples in magazines. So yeah, I thought let me go back to this. I went to a market to celebrate black owned businesses. As you can see, my little headband, I love this. I've got to go and buy a few more. And in that market there was like so many different types of brands, and I found this like lip polish, which is basically a lip scrub from Tailor Made Naturals. So I'll see if I can link their Instagram down below. This lip scrub, they had 2 different flavors. It's like a minty lip scrub, and it's a bit more like, do you know, some of them it's just sugar granules, so this has like, it's a bit more wet to it, like Becky's one, and it's so nice. I've been using it every morning, every evening, and I proper love this. I can't remember what the flavour is, but maybe it's got a bit of pomegranate or passion fruit in it or something, but I'm telling you, use this every single day and absolutely love it. Just had a little snack break because that was a lot. We've gone through half and now we're like halfway through, and I forgot to mention that I got this free like muslin cloth, they call it, well, microfiber face cloth, not a muslin cloth, from Superdrugs. When you spent 3 for 2, this was meant to be free. However, I went with my colleague from work and she checked her receipt properly and then texted me later and was like, by the way, it wasn't free. So I was a bit annoyed, but oh my god, it feels so soft. And you know me, I use face cloths to get rid of any makeup. So it's from the brand Naturally Radiant. If you've seen that in Superdrugs, then you're aware what brand it's from. But yeah, it's so soft, and do you know what? I'm hoping I didn't pay for it, but I threw the receipt out. Remember I said I bought some, well, I paid shipping for some stuff from my friend Meg? Well, she kindly threw in a Fenty highlighter in the shade Fairy Bomb, or is it 24K Ray? It's gold. This is my first ever Fenty product, and it actually reminds me of the Jaclyn Hill like packaging. Oh my god. Oh, it's very powdery. I just dunked my finger in there like a tiny bit, and look at that. It is so nice and glittery. Can you see that? It is insane. And I'm like proper grateful for this. Like, she did not have to send me a product that probably cost the earth. She just said it was a bit too dark for her, and she know I use it. Yeah, I will bloody use that. Thank you, Megan. It is so nice. Then we have a few Lottie London bits that I got off their website. So they have new bronzers, and I got the shade Sunburst, I believe. This is what it looks like. It actually says Lottie all over the bronzer. They only had a few shades, so I wasn't sure what shade to get, but do you know, that should work. Also from Superdrug, I got a new lifter gloss because I proper love these Maybelline glosses. I've got the shade Topaz, and I thought if I really like it, I'll get another one. I love Topaz, and this is in the shade 005 Petal. This is such a me shade. It's like a nice berry tone, and I was like, I can't wait. Can you see what kind of shades I like? So yeah, these are like, I believe between £8 and £10, but when you do the 3 for 2 on Superdrugs, it's so good to get the things that cost a little bit more. I forgot I've got a new mascara from, do you know that box that came from ASOS? This is the Extreme Length. They're real magnetic. But yeah, I'm intrigued to try this. Another thing from the ASOS box is this Everyday Vacay setting powder. I'm actually giving this to Jodie now that I finally have hauled it. It is a nice powder. It's a Ciate powder. The only issue is it smells really nice. It's coconutty. The only issue is I never use setting powders, like those types of setting powders, the really like loose powders. I don't use them. I use like the pressed powders. So yeah, I am going to give that away, otherwise it's going to sit in my drawers and I'm never going to use it. A Kiko item I bought off of the makeup sales group. I can't remember who I bought this off, but it's just got like 4 baked shades in there and it just looks lovely. Again, I don't know who I bought that off of. I don't even remember buying it, to be fair. Part of that ASOS beauty box, you would have seen like Alex unbox it, Amy unboxed it. I'll link Amy down below. It came with a lip bulb gloss. It's clear. I have a few clear glosses, so I'm keeping that and I'm going to give that to someone because I don't really use them. In that ASOS box you also got like a mini CT Charlotte Tilbury magic cream. Again, giving that to Carly because I will not use that. I'm very particular about my skincare because my skin goes up and down. If I change my skincare too often, it will go down. Then from Carly, I believe this is Carly, I got a Physicians Formula primer. This is Spotlight Illuminating Primer. This is so nice. Again, like it's kind of like got gold reflex in there. It's a bit thick. You really do have to melt it into your skin, but once you do, like just look at that sheen. So I'm very excited to see how that performs on the face as a primer. Luce also kindly picked me up these balm to oil cleansers from Primark. I love these. I've got loads of them. I stock myself up. I still have some to send to Jess actually. I've got her box packaged up. I'm just so slow with sending stuff. This is the Lottie highlight that originally Meg was giving me, and you got the white, the gold and the pink, and it's the Diamond Bounce highlighters. I was going to buy this as a single and she was like, no, she has it in a palette, just pay postage, she's never going to use it. So I was like, oh okay. And it is really nice. It's so soft, so you have to really swatch it a few times. But just look at that. Look at that sheen. I have so many gold highlighters. I love it. The whole reason I was doing a Lottie London order is because they came out with 2 eyeshadow palettes. I love these eyeshadow palettes. So you've got Honeybee and you've got Raspberry Ripple. And just look at them. They remind me a little bit of Colourpop, because of the honey shades, but do you know what, everyone does their own thing, don't they? So, and the Raspberry Ripple one reminds me of, I think, like Strawberry Shake. But I love these little palettes. I remember the first ones I bought were from the Layla collection, and since then I'm like, yep, gotta keep buying. And because Barry M, so we're coming off a Lottie London, I spent a certain amount. They gave me this free Pixie primer. I'm excited to try this. I didn't like the other one, but when I swatched, this is like a white creamy one. When I swatched this on my hand, it swatched quite nicely, like really hydrating, and like remind me of the Honey Dew Me Up, where it's really thick but then it blends into your skin and soaks in quite nicely. So very excited to try this. From Lottie London, sorry we keep going from A to B. I got a new blush. This is Red Hot. I really want to get the other ones because look at that. The ombre of this is just gorgeous, and then that shade, it reminds me of summer. Oh my god, it actually swatches ombre as well. That is so cool. I cannot wait to use that. And then from Barry M, I also bought the lip palette. Oh, this is gorgeous. I have a lip what are they called, brush, so I thought, you know what, because I do have a lip brush, let me just try this. And the shades in here are gorgeous, and I'm just excited to use this. So Barry M, I do have a whole video coming. Moving on to Maybelline, I got an item from Superdrugs. The only reason I bought this is because I was trying to do the 3 for 2, and I thought, you know what, I'm into liquid blushes. Like I'm wearing You Are Blushing Me from Revolution right now, and I absolutely love it. This is the shade 15 Nude Burn. It is really thick. I love the packaging of these. I'm really getting into these liquid blushes, so I need to make sure I keep using them so that they don't go off, because these are the type of things, if I have them in too long, I'll probably throw them away. So yeah, that is the shade there. It's gorgeous. Then from that ASOS box, I got a new Morphe palette. This is the Vintage Rose one. This is the whole reason I wanted that box. I didn't care for anything else. Look at it. It is absolutely stunning. Like, do you not agree? Like, that is just gorgeous. There's like 5 mattes in here and 4 shimmers. So the names are on a piece of plastic on the mirror, which is annoying, but that palette, oh my god, I cannot wait to use that. All right, we're on to the final 2 brands. Made by Mitchell, which if you don't know is a brand by Mitchell, have these blushes, and I say blushes because they actually have an R in them, and I bought the whole lot, like literally bought them all because they were on offer for £42, and I just checked Beauty Bay and the whole set is on offer for 80 something pounds, and then I think on his website they were 70 something pounds. Then they went down to £42. It is £5 delivery, but now that they're on Beauty Bay, and if you can get the pass you can get free next day delivery, otherwise you're paying £5 for shipping. I was like, do you know what, I have to get them. And the ones that Jodie, I will link her down below again, said that I really like is Peach Sugar and Posy Rosy. So she's right, those are my 2 favourites. I can't open the box. What? I don't want to rip the box. They literally just look like this. And apparently you can use them over powder, which I am so excited to try. So that's the shade Posy Rosy. I have the shade Peach Sugar, which I think is probably going to be my favourite. It's like an apricot peachy shade. And they have a slight hint of glitter in them as well, which I'm excited about. I'll show you like an odd one. I'll show you Mango Daiquiri. I feel like I won't use this as often, but it is a nice shade. Like, look how bright that is. But I definitely feel like I would use this at one stage. I'm just not sure when. He uses them on his lips as well. I hear so many great things about these that I cannot wait to use them. And then last but not least, Beauty Bay literally last week for me, maybe the week before for you, launched their summer Utopia collection. Now it came with 3 lip glosses, a aquavated, what are they called, aquavated liners, like the liners that you put water into. I think I'm saying it wrong. I didn't buy that palette, but it looked gorgeous. I would have bought it if it was eyeshadow. But it's this little palette here, which looks just like their pastels one, how the layout is, but it's a bit more neon. I am so excited to play with this. This was £10. They had 3 mini glosses for 15 quid, so I took that out of my basket. I was like, the glosses look similar to the shades that I have already, so I was like, I don't need them. And the last things in these collection were these little like Colourpop dupe looking things. This is in the shade Vision. These are so nice. Like, I'll pull it there, look at that. They are insane. Oh, I think I forgot to say that I bought a Lottie London pressed powder as well. They have this in like 2 shades. These are translucent, but they have like a warm translucent and a cool translucent, which I was really impressed with, so I got the warm one. This is the shade Bloom. Just look at that. Then we have the shade Riviera. It's a nice gold. These are smaller and they cost £5 from Beauty Bay. And then the last shade I have is Air, which was the one that I was really intrigued by. Look at that. That is everything from my monthly haul of May. June is going to be a slower month for me because I've got a lot of makeup to test for you guys. I say this all the time, but I'm dead set on this. Like, I'm not going to buy any more makeup. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if there's anything that you really want me to test out ASAP, and I'll do that, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.